roots go back. Asian Network's Old School DJ Takeover. 12 hours of classic tracks from back in the day. Download all the mixes on the BBC iPlayer radio app. Now, the Untouchables Roadshow.
That's right, Punjabi Hit Squad on the BBC Asia Network. Right now is all about the old school DJ takeover happening right here. You have 12 hours of old school DJs taking you through with some of the biggest mixes, some of the best stories of back in the day, and we have none other right now. Can I have a massive round of applause for the Untouchables Roadshow in the building?
Yeah, man. Now, these guys, you were rocking dance floors in London. Like what we were doing in London, you guys were replicating the same thing up north at clubs like Maestro's in Bradford. Now, tell us, how was it in the 90s up north? What was the first mix you guys did?
Boy, that's going back a big time. Well, we're going to remember that. But the first one was, I remember quite clearly, I think it was Flowers in the Wind with Rumours. I was an old style back in the day, but there was more than that, but I think that sticks out in the mind because that was right cool.
See, because Bobby knows about Rumours, right? So I put up this picture yesterday about Gregory Isaac's Rumours. Now, it's been kind of like a part of Asian DJs since the beginning. They've been mixing this one record over and over again with every single Bhangra record, with every single tempo you can get it. So it's quite good. It's great.
That went with anything, but you put anything to the back end of that, it was fine, but it was all right.
It did, man. I love that. That's a great first mix story. So, of course, you guys were up north. You know, what was the kind of club scene like back then?
The club scene was amazing in Maestro's. We used to have 3,000 people in the club and 3,000 people trying to get in the club.
Yeah.
The queuing around the buildings, and the vibe used to be unbelievable. You could play any track, any time, and that dance floor was just rammed out.
And what was your lineup? What was the lineup, and what was the artist that really stood out for you? Your favourite artist?
My favourite artist without is Nalgeet Singh, DCS. They're the two big ones for me. Pops?
I don't know. I think Alap kind of brought that place alive at times. I mean, he used to start off with a nice chum chum nachte phira, very nice, slow, very romantic kind of song, you know what I mean? And then Johnny Galsey would come out with his doll, and that's it, Jindwa Ras Bindwa, and that just rocked the place. I mean, we saw Jazzy B for the first time, and when he came on stage, it was like, who is this? Wow. You know, Zulfaqar Dani, how he's done his hair, and the baggy jeans he's wearing, the trainers and whatnot. But when he sang on that mic, again, just Maestro's just erupted. I'm really surprised there's actually a roof left after each gig we did. I'm like, wow.
And even today, look how strong Jazzy B is. Jazzy B is still doing his thing.
He is. It's just getting stronger and stronger.
Well, we're going to chat to you in a little while, but as you were just saying, the vibe was great. There probably isn't a roof on that club left over, but we want to get into some mixes that you guys were so good at doing back then. So we're going to get into the mix right now. It's Untouchables Roadshow right now. If you want to text us in, 81869. We're giving out all your shouts. It's the old school DJ takeover right here on the BBC Asian Network.
Yup, Untouchables are taking you back in the days to Maestro's in Bradford.
Let's go.
I am justice. I am pain. I am love. I am hate. I am truth. I am retribution. I am an angel. Feel my soul. I am untouchable.
Now I got to show you how untouchables rock.
Here, yeah. Yep, that's fine.
In one of a series of tweets, Sonu Nigam said,
session.
Untouchable, incredible, I bring the fear. Not other DJs, I'ma make myself clear as we come with a style that make your ass stop and then we come down with the remix. Untouchable drop.
Skool Takeover.
Text 81869.
Asian Network's old school DJ Takeover. Asian Network's Old School DJ Takeover.
ਗਿੱਧਾ ਪਾ ਨਿੱਕੀਏ ਨੀ ਮਜ਼ਾ ਜਾ ਕੁੱਟੀਏ ਗਿੱਧਾ ਪਾ ਨਿੱਕੀਏ ਨੀ ਮਜ਼ਾ ਜਾ ਕੁੱਟੀਏ ओ गिद्दा पान किए नी मजाजा पिटिए ओ गिद्दा पान किए नी मजाजा पिटिए
And we gotta do it something like this.
ਹੀ ਕੁੜੀ ਦੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਲੱਗਦੇ ਨੇ
Asian Network's Old School DJ Takeover. Asian Network's Old School DJ Takeover.
पंजे भाषण का बिल्लो रानिए पर जो पंजे भाषण का बिल्लो रानिए पर जो पंजे भाषण का
That's right, it's the BBC Asian Network Old School DJ Takeover right hap now. Right hap now? If you want to get involved in the show, text us in 81869. So many messages coming through. All the old school ravers, get in touch.
Reports are coming in that people across the UK are setting their alarms for 6 a.m. at the weekend. Experts are saying that this utterly bizarre phenomenon is down to one person.
Harp's Core.
When you hear my voice, then it's almost definitely the weekend.
They're calling it the Harps Effect.
Whether you're just getting in or you're barely getting up, this is the show where you can just sit back in your gym jams and hear some great music.
Harp's Core.
Join me this weekend from 6 a.m. helping you wake up, get out of bed and start your day.
On BBC Asian Network.
Do not miss it.
What we're gonna do right here is go back.
Asian Network's Old School DJ Takeover. 12 hours of classic tracks from back in the day. Download all the mixes on the BBC iPlayer radio app. Now, the Untouchables Roadshow.
Yo, this is what it is. It's the takeover right about now. We had a Punjabi hit squad. That was Untouchables Roadshow on the decks. I got to big up Jazz and Dabs right there. Can I just say, you guys seriously took us back into time. But that's what the sound was like at Maestro's in the early and late 90s. And let me tell you, man, it's seriously bringing back some good memories for all the people out there. So, I've got Bups and Bobby with me, who we're talking to right about now. And I want to ask you guys, like, it was big in Maestro's. That was a huge scene for you guys. That was somewhere that you were representing. That was your own spot. Now, how was it for you guys when you guys first got booked out of your hometown?
It was surprising. When we got out of our hometown, we decided to play our normal sets and stuff like that. We played it through, and I think it was just great. People took it, and we had a unique sound with Chudster on the decks as well. Bups and myself, we were all DJing, but most of the time we then swapped around and Chud took the decks and just smashed it in most places we went to.
So there wasn't no splitting sound. So what you guys were doing at Maestro's, you guys took it to another, like Leicester or wherever it might be, and you lot stuck to your own style and set, right?
We did. Actually, it was Leicester that we went to. Crystals back in the day.
Oh my God, look.
Another back in the day club, Crystals. Shout out all the Crystals crew. So, of course, there was one more person that unfortunately passed away a couple of weeks ago by the name of DJ Chudster. So, how did he influence you guys, and what was his role within Untouchables?
I think we all separately brought something together, uniquely making us what we are today and what we were then as well. He's deeply missed. We did a lot of work which we never released. It's still on our personal CD.
We're going to play a few of them tracks out as well later on.
Oh, today, yeah? We're looking forward to that.
The main thing was DJ Chudster he started as a rapper.
Yeah.
I remember him coming out, young lad, 16-year-olds. We got him on stage at Maestro's actually.
Yeah.
And we just threw this sing on with a big ass beard, and he just went on stage and just rapped up.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But I mean, I saw this YouTube video of him performing at a Mela.
Yeah, that was
exactly. So it was like the first time, I think it was like 2000, 2001, right?
No, that was 1996, I think.
Oh, it's even before that.
1996, man.
So that was us going on before. I know, because he did take the mic out of me by putting that video up and then tagging me as Rahul Roy on the dole. So that's me with my curtains, a lot skinnier version.
Yeah.
Bulked up a bit now. That's thanks to the wife. But yeah, Rahul Roy with curtains playing the dole along with DJ Chudster. And I think it was a new concept as well at that time. Nobody actually saw or heard even live something with a Dudley, a Scratchmaster, DJ Khaled as well, a very good member of our Untouchables Roadshow team from the old school lot, and also Chud just rapping on the day. It took someone else. That
must have been awesome.
It was wicked, honestly.
I've got some messages here, actually. There's one from Chud's mum as well. Thinking of the Untouchables team representing the North and keeping my son DJ Chud's memory alive, coming up from Charanjit. Thank you for that nice message right there. And also, look, just people about the set. Hey Punjabi Hits, called totally awesome show today. Loving every old school track. Please say hi to Boops from Untouchables from me. Love and hugs coming up from Hina in Leicester. Also got to do a massive shout out coming out from Inash. Thanks to the BBC and Untouchables team for today. A big shout out to Jazz for ripping up the decks. Missing you, Chad. This is all for you. We live on your dream. There's so many people. We've got tons of messages coming in about Chad stuff.
Jazz is getting quite a lot of love out here, so I think he might actually break out after this, and start his own little thing going on. Got a shout out 104 saying, hey guys, shout out to Chad and the DJ and the Untouchables Roadshow crew. Thank you very much. Sats from Soul Asia. Now, Soul Asia, I remember them from back in the day. They used to be clubbing, and obviously DJs as well, saying Untouchables taking us back to too many memories. Is that so?
Blood, big shout out.
Exactly. Talking about memory, what is your one memory of clubbing back in the day? One standout moment for you?
I think the first time when we did the first Maestro gig, and we were sat there, and I had left the lads on the DJ decks, and I'd gone outside. We had 3,000, like I said, 3,000 people in the club. And when I walked around the club, there was 3,000 people, a queue going down and right around the club and finishing back at the entrance. And it was like, what's going on here? It was one out, one in, man. It was just amazing.
It was amazing. I'll tell you what, that was busier than any coach station I've seen in my life, because there was coaches from, I'm not joking, from London, from Bedford, from Milton Keynes, from Leicester, from Birmingham, from Coventry. I'm telling you, there was more coaches there than I've seen any bus station.
And that's what it was like back in the days. So when there was an event happening in Bradford or in London or in Leicester, there used to be like 8-9 coaches. You'd have to go to the coaches, the guys who used to handle the coaches, and you used to get hundreds and thousands of students coming from everywhere and meeting at one spot. That was kind of awesome.
Yeah,
it was mental because we had loads of the promoters are all mates. It was four up and down the country, and we just ripped it up.
And what was the first vinyl you bought? That's what I want to know.
You know, it wasn't an Indian. It was 5-star.
5-star. Oh my God, 5-star. I remember them.
I've got one to beat that, actually.
Go on.
It wasn't Punjabi neither, because I don't think nothing was released, but mine was Shakin' Stevens.
Shakin' Stevens. Oh man, you're on your own with that one.
Bubs is showing your age now. I'm sure Bubs he's not with us, you know.
I'm telling you, I've still got it. I'm quite proud of it, to be honest with you. And I bought another one, then another one.
Well, I mean, talking about the clubs back in the day, got a text coming out from Guy to Handy My Hand saying Maestro is still under construction after the roof was blown off by Untouchables. I used to pay for a ticket just to see DJ Chud, Bobby Sagoo, and one of the fastest door players around in Leeds, Bups. Then I had to bunk off school the next day and then get jutty off my mum and dad.
Oh man,
wow.
So Bobby, look, you used to own a shop out there as well, right?
We used to, yeah.
Sagoo Videos
and Music Asia.
And Music Asia. So you had two shops. So you were like a proper known figure out there. You had your ticket. Well, you didn't need ticket agents because you had your shop.
We did, yeah. They all used to come to the shop to buy tickets.
And Subji.
And Subji as well. And were you charging them booking fee?
But definitely charging them booking fee.
All right. Well, okay, cool. Well, back in the 90s, what could you get at your shop for £20?
Some Subji.
More Subji.
Definitely more Subji. They'd go away with a bag full of Subji, put it that way.
A bag or a truck?
A truck full of Subji. On top of that, they get some mangoes as well.
Oh, man. We're talking about a truckload of Subji. We need a truckload of beats, so we're going to get back into the mix right now. This is Untouchables Roadshow. If you want to get in touch with the show, text us in to 81869. Let us know how you're loving the old school DJ takeover. Take away Untouchables Roadshow. Let's do this.
Boss it like this. Yeah. Haha. Check it out. The mix master, just techniques, and the rapper. We're gonna take you back. Yeah. Back with a new style that is gonna totally blow the Asian scene. Check it out. Check it out, here I come again. I'm with a funky dome rap. My name is Untouchables. Guess I wipe on your back. You call my rapper with the coolest style. Every time I come, I gotta kick it for the buck wild now. Dance up and down till you can't get enough. You gotta feel the vibe, cause the vibe is kinda rough. I'm coming out like that. I get the funky lyric and I bust a funky rap. Yeah, in your face I give it to you. Every time I come, yo, you gotta break through. So give it up, cause I bring you in a fix, in a mix. Beats and the sounds of just techniques. Give it to me now.
But here we come again with the cash and the Indian ragamuffin posse. And why you know say Pacinian is hotter than the Vindaloo curry. Number one in the Bombay chart. In the hand me I tear them apart. Tell when me come and bring a new style. So listen crowd of people know you have to follow me. Them a bother when they see the Indian. Ragamuffin on the style and pattern. And when me come out that a different fashion. First tune I say me do I know we reach number one in the reggae charts man and the Indian. See me face up on the television. Hear me voice on the radio station. Promoter never come and never rub off the man. Keep in a session and they want to be round. Put me name on the invitation. On the gate go raise a million. Me bring a brand new style map on the island. I feel the black, I feel the white, and now I feel the Indian. So each and everyone come follow fashion. Dip unique or culture pattern. Everyone in the Bhangra fashion. Oh yeah, Hasanaji, Ikapila, Galassi, Tora Coca, Dal whiskey, and Setu, Apache. Them a ball from Bombay City. From the deepest parts of Delhi. Feel the woman in your in a sari. Some here from Karachi, New York, Kingston, and London City. From the Rima and the jungle is passy. And me take me style down a Amaritsa. Them a ball from California. Everyone from Sri Lanka. Now me sit up on the version like a crab on the sand. Like me Vindaloo, crowd they a make to pump and dance. Them a ball from Apache Indian. Me say it alone. ਵੱਜਦੇ ਨੇ ਸਾਕੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਢੋਲ ਸੋਹਣਿਆ ਗੂੰਜਦੇ ਹਵਾਵਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੋਲ ਸੋਹਣਿਆ ਵੱਜਦੇ ਨੇ ਸਾਕੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਢੋਲ ਸੋਹਣਿਆ ਗੂੰਜਦੇ ਹਵਾਵਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੋਲ ਸੋਹਣਿਆ ਨੀਲੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਨੈਣ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਜਿੰਦ ਕੱਟ ਲੈਣ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੁਰ ਮਸਲਾਈਆਂ ਪਾਈਆਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਅੱਜ ਨੱਚਦੀ ਦਾ ਤੇਰਾ ਦੇਵੇ ਰੂਪ ਦੁਆਈਆਂ ਕਿਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਨੱਚਦੀ ਦਾ ਤੇਰਾ ਦੇਵੇ ਰੂਪ ਦੁਆਈਆਂ ਕਿਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਨੱਚਦੀ ਦਾ ਵੱਜਦੇ ਨੇ ਸਾਕੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਢੋਲ ਸੋਹਣਿਆ ਗੂੰਜਦੇ ਹਵਾਵਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੋਲ ਸੋਹਣਿਆ ਕਿਸੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੋਲ ਮੋਟਿਆਰਾਂ ਆ ਗਈਆਂ ਚੋਬਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਪਾਦੀਆਂ ਬਹਾਰਾਂ ਆ ਗਈਆਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੋਲ ਮੋਟਿਆਰਾਂ ਆ ਗਈਆਂ ਚੋਬਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਪਾਦੀਆਂ ਬਹਾਰਾਂ ਆ ਗਈਆਂ ਡੱਬਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੋਤਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਮੋਟਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਡਾਂਗਾ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਗੱਭਰੂ ਬੋਲੀਆਂ ਪਾਉਂਦੇ ਭੱਜਦਾ ਬਦਾਮ ਰੰਗੀਏ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਬੱਕਰੇ ਬਣਾਉਂਦੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਭੱਜਦਾ ਬਦਾਮ ਰੰਗੀਏ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਬੱਕਰੇ ਬਣਾਉਂਦੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਭੱਜਦਾ ਬਦਾਮ ਰੰਗੀਏ ਭੱਜਦੇ ਨੇ ਸਾਥੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਢੋਲ ਸੋਹਣਿਆ ਗੂੰਜਦੇ ਹਵਾਵਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੋਲ ਸੋਹਣਿਆ
ਹੋਇਆ ਕਿ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਦਿਉਰਾ ਸ਼ਰਮ ਤਾਂ ਕਰ ਕੁਝ ਭੋਰਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਕਿ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਦਿਉਰਾ ਸ਼ਰਮ ਤਾਂ ਕਰ ਕੁਝ ਭੋਰਾ ਪਾਟੇ ਸੀ ਕੱਪੜੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਪੁੱਠਾ ਬਲਵਾਇਆ ਸੀ ਰਾਤੀ ਤੋਂ ਦਾਰੂ ਪੀ ਕੇ ਕੀ ਪੰਗਾ ਪਾਇਆ ਸੀ ਰਾਤੀ ਤੋਂ ਦਾਰੂ ਪੀ ਕੇ ਦੱਸ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਆਇਆ ਸੀ ਰਾਤੀ ਤੋਂ ਦਾਰੂ ਪੀ ਕੇ
ਦੱਸਾਂ ਕੀ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਭਾਬੀ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਮੈਂ ਰਾਤ ਸ਼ਰਾਬੀ ਦੱਸਾਂ ਕੀ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਭਾਬੀ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਮੈਂ ਰਾਤ ਸ਼ਰਾਬੀ ਦਾਰੂ ਸੀ ਪੀਤੀ ਬਾਲੀ ਪੰਗਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਪਾ ਬੈਠਾ ਪ੍ਰੀਤੋ ਦੇ ਘਰ ਦਾ ਭਾਬੀ ਕੁੰਡਾ ਖੜਕਾ ਬੈਠਾ ਪ੍ਰੀਤੋ ਦੇ ਘਰ ਦਾ ਭਾਬੀ ਕੁੰਡਾ ਖੜਕਾ ਬੈਠਾ ਪ੍ਰੀਤੋ ਦੇ ਘਰ ਦਾ ਭਾਬੀ
Yo, it's Punjabi Hit Squad. This is the DJ Takeover. We'd just like to apologise for any bad language you may have heard in the song. It's Punjabi Hit Squad. It's Untouchables Roadshow in the mix right about now. Let's get back into it.
Network's old school DJ Takeover.
ਤੂੰ ਕਰਨ ਸੀ ਬੋਲੀ ਸੁਣਾਓ ਨਾ ਓ ਸਫਰੀ ਚੱਕ ਦੇ ਪੱਤੇ ਯਾਰ ਪਿੰਡਾਂ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਪਿੰਡ ਸੁਣੀਦਾ ਸੈਣਾ ਨੀ ਸਾਰੀ ਰਾਤ ਅੱਜ ਪਊਗਾ ਗਿੱਧਾ ਓ ਸਾਰੀ ਰਾਤ ਅੱਜ ਪਊਗਾ ਗਿੱਧਾ ਹਾਲ ਦਿਲਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਕੱਲ ਤੂੰ ਕਿਧਰੇ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਧਰੇ ਤੁਰ ਜਾਊਂ ਤੂੰ ਕਿਧਰੇ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਧਰੇ ਤੁਰ ਜੂ ਫੇਰ ਡਰ ਕੇ ਬਹਿਣਾ ਭੁੱਲ ਜਾਈ ਲੱਗੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਗਲੇ ਜਨਮ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੈਣਾ ਨੀ ਭੁੱਲ ਜਾਈ ਲੱਗੀਆਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਅਗਲੇ ਜਨਮ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੈਣਾ ਨੀ ਭੁੱਲ ਜਾਈ ਲੱਗੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਹਰੇ ਹਰੇ ਕਾਇ ਉੱਤੇ ਸੱਪ ਫੂਕਾ ਮਾਰਦਾ ਹਰੇ ਹਰੇ ਕਾਇ ਉੱਤੇ ਸੱਪ ਫੂਕਾ ਮਾਰਦਾ ਬੱਚੋ ਵੀਰੋ ਵੇ ਬਾਪੂ
ਪਿੰਡ ਗਿੱਧਾ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਪੈਂਦੀ ਐ ਧਮਾਲ ਤਾੜੀ ਵੱਜਦੀ ਐ ਦੋਵੇਂ ਹੱਥਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਪਿੰਡ ਗਿੱਧਾ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਪੈਂਦੀ ਐ ਧਮਾਲ ਤਾੜੀ ਵੱਜਦੀ ਐ ਦੋਵੇਂ ਹੱਥਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਆ ਮੁੰਡਿਆਂ ਵੇ ਬੋਲੀ ਪਾ ਮੁੰਡਿਆ ਆ ਮੁੰਡਿਆਂ ਵੇ ਬੋਲੀ ਪਾ ਮੁੰਡਿਆ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਨੱਚ ਕੇ ਵਿਖਾਵਾਂ ਉਹ ਨੱਚ ਕੇ ਵਿਖਾਵਾਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਨੱਚਣੇ ਦਾ ਚਾਅ ਮੁੰਡਿਆ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਨੱਚ ਕੇ ਵਿਖਾਵਾਂ ਉਹ ਨੱਚ ਕੇ ਵਿਖਾਵਾਂ ਆ ਮੁੰਡਿਆਂ ਵੇ ਬੋਲੀ ਪਾ ਮੁੰਡਿਆ ਆ ਮੁੰਡਿਆਂ ਵੇ ਬੋਲੀ ਪਾ ਮੁੰਡਿਆ
Absolutely crazy. This is the Old School DJ Takeover, and we've got so many messages coming in.
Asian Network's Old School DJ Takeover.
That was Untouchables Roadshow. Thank you very much to Boops, Bobby, the whole crew. Got so many messages coming up. Like to give a shout going out to the Heathrow boys tuning in right about now. Thank you very much. JJ saying big up the Untouchables Roadshow. Listening live. I remember buying tunes from Sagu videos and Music Asia. Shout out to you.
Big up Harj out there as well. You guys, Maestro used to be the main place for Bhangra gigs in in Bradford, I used to go past there almost every time I used to go past there, I used to tell my little one that this was the place I used to come and rave at all the bungalow nights. Absolutely awesome. Brings back some top memories. Big up to you, Hodge.
Binder wants to shout out saying, yes, loving the takeover. Tally saying, shout out, lads. Great songs. Bring North back on the map. Brr. Yes, we should do, man. That's what it's all about.
Well, listen, all I want to say is that the mix was super awesome, and Maestro's was a big scene for you guys. You know what I mean? That is something that you guys made yours and made it your own. And the thousands of people that you guys used to get there, man, that music has just taken us way, way back. So everyone that was partying at Maestro's, whether you were going to daytimers or the nighttimers, you can text us on 81869 and relive some of those memories with us.
Got a shout out Buta from DCS tuned in right about now saying thank you for making it so much easier spending the day painting with kids. Massive hello going to Boops. Boops, there you go, see?
Cheers, Buta. Hope you're well, mate, and get that job done quick.
Yeah, quick, man. Speedy says can't wait for Asian Network for the takeover. Thank you very much. Suki from the 4x4 Cruise tuned in right about now saying yes, bringing back some great memories. And Tad saying you guys are smashing it with the old school mixes today. Who else got? So Lost Sound DJs and Bundle Generators are tuning in right now saying yes, big up. We used to meet up at the Bogles music shop in Manor Park to pick up our vinyls. Shout out to Bobby, shout out to you guys there. So there's one thing I want to ask you guys. If you could bring one thing back from the 90s, from your clubbing days, what would it be? Bobby, let's ask you first.
You put me on the spot right here.
Come on.
There's probably a whole heap of sub-G that you want to bring back.
I'm sure that you've had these conversations that I wish that came back. I wish that came back.
You know, it was nothing that I wish that came back. The atmosphere. If we could recreate what it used to be like these days and ages, the new kids on the block nowadays would absolutely love it because you don't get that in the clubs anymore.
Yeah, you don't. Definitely.
You must get 300 people.
Yeah, must. And back then it was all about the live bands. It was all about live music.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah, and that was the best thing about it. The old school bands coming out live. Like I said, Milkeith and DCS just smashed the scene up, and there was other people that we had in every gig we did there. We had 5 or 6 different live artists every time.
And how much was it to get into like Maestro's? What was the ticket price?
About £9, but it was
what, with the booking fee or without the booking fee?
Let's go without the booking fee.
It depends who got the booking fee.
Well, if you bought your tickets from Sagu Home Video, then it could be quite an extortionate price. But
he owned the shop as well.
You know what I mean? £9. About £9.50.
And then it was, so it's not really that different to what people were paying today.
I think you got more value for money back in them days.
Which you did because you had 4 or 5 live bands.
Yep. No, there was nothing like PAs or anything. It was a full live band. It was DJs. Everything was live. Nothing was pre-recorded.
Yeah.
To the feeling, the atmosphere, you could just tell it was all just coming off fresh.
Wow. I've got a big up Pri out there as well. Big shout out to Jazz on BBC Asian Network, who is killing it right now. Big up to you. Big up the Untouchables Roadshow, man, because they definitely smashed.
Thank you very, very much for coming in for the old school DJ takeover. Can I have a big round of applause for Untouchables?
Woo! Thank you very much for jumping in, Squad, and BBC Asian Network. You guys that are still listening, please keep it locked in here live today for the next, I don't know how many hours, 10 hours or so?
It's still 12 o'clock, so yeah, we're looking at a good 10 hours now.
We've still got so many people to come. We've got Executive and Bad Company. We've got Maximum Energy, DJ Rab. We've got Excess Bass. But next up, coming up very, very shortly, we've got MJ and Hustlers Convention.
This is the British Asian Sound.
On digital radio and on your mobile. BBC Asian Network.